Paul Third, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, thoughts on Armand Membou, maybe the strongest O lineman in the draft, squats 600 pounds. Yeah, my comp from Armand Membou has been JC Latham. Why I think that there's a heavy draw here, where last year, in my opinion, Paul, if it had been Byron Murphy and JC Latham of Alabama as the two guys available to Seattle when they were picking there, I think they would have gone with JC Latham. So when you look at Armand Membou, to me, think JC Latham. He's not exactly a size fit matchup wise, but I think that they're very similar kind of players. High upside, still a development tackle, but still really young. So understandable why there's still a little bit of that need for that development to come along. Really well graded, but this tape does have some highs and lows. There's no denying the flashes of good reps on tape. They're dominant reps, not just him winning the rep, but dominating the rep. His anchor can become immovable. I mean, he can root down and you are not going to be able to get him to move an inch. It really stands out. That's where some of that strength really comes to the forefront with him. He's also very comfortable moving in space, light feet, long arms he can put to use. The bad comes in the form of mainly in his striking. His targeting can be off, his hands can get high, he can get up around the shoulder. When the defender's getting into his body, he's fine, but if he's got to go and search even a couple of steps to go find the block, there can be some inconsistency to where his hands hit and his striking and some of that. Dealing with the bull rush is similar. Overall, most of these reps he shut down and he put him to a standstill, but when he doesn't, he's getting walked back. So there's intermixed dominant reps. There are intermixed enough dominant reps at a high enough rate to me that made him a top end prospect. He's not turning 21 till just before the draft. So that's where I've got him as a first round graded guy, kind of a middle first round, graded spot. Paul is where I've got him put. But I go to JC Latham on this because this is a guy that you could take who can be a starter in this league and a really good starter at right tackle, but also a guy I feel like because of that strength and power can also kick in then into the left guard position and also be sound there. So one of the reasons I think that Latham would have been the pick last year is that he gave you the insurance for Abraham Lucas, where if Lucas couldn't go last year, you've got your right tackle, but if Lucas can go, now you got your left guard. And I think Membou provides that very same thing, but he's got a lot of upside. He's coming along, and the dominant reps are as clean and as good as you're going to find of any offensive lineman in this draft. It's just that he is still a little bit young and rough, so it's not all completely refined, which is why, Paul, I don't have him going in the top 10, but it wouldn't shock me if you win the top 10 because teams do that math where they're like, look, he's just turning 21. Like, yeah, there's going to be those misses on a guy at 20 years old on his tape. It's understandable. We'll clear that up. We'll clean that up.